Welcome back to the Wellness Tribes podcast, Finding Your Vibe. This is the podcast where we share with you our journey as a new business
and help you to elevate your life by connecting to the highest, most authentic version of yourself. You can now watch the podcast on YouTube, follow us on TikTok, and of course over on our Instagram. This is how you will become part of the tribe.
Hey tribe, we're back and it's our first one of the year.
And it's our birthday.
And it is our birthday month as well.
We are so excited. It's been a year. I can't believe it's been a year.
A whole year.
It's like mad because a full year, but also we've done that much that I can't believe it's only been 1 year of our lives.
I do think so. I've got a bit of PTSD.
Yeah, we are got a bit of trauma, but we did think that we'd use this podcast today to like go through what we've been through in the last year. I mean,
the PSTD is
PTSD.
PTSD.
I mean,
PSTD. No, PTSD.
Obviously, it's been unreal. It's been amazing, but we were just like go. And I think until Christmas, we didn't realise that it was quite intense because we like passed out at Christmas basically.
Do you know what? Like it was a bit of a burnout, wasn't it, really, at Christmas? But it wasn't like regret.
No, we don't regret
it. I feel like people say burnout as if it was like they've been through like a really bad time, which probably is what it means, but we don't mean it like that.
We just mean a lot. And there was a lot of things we needed to change to give it longevity, because we couldn't have carried on doing what we was doing at that speed, really. We're still moving fast and we've got so many exciting things to tell everyone. But I think last time we did a podcast, we were saying about the journal launching, and
that's
launched.
Yeah,
we
have launched.
And done. So like so much has changed, but so much to celebrate as well. I feel like we do need to remind ourselves to celebrate the milestones, because I don't know if anyone can relate. If you've got your own business, I feel like you don't sometimes slow down to like be like, wow, like that was so amazing. Like how often do we say, well, even on retreat at the weekend, we said that is a goal for us to be like, come on, let's celebrate. Let's have a hug.
Yeah. We do like to celebrate with a little glass of Prosecco as well, don't we? So I think, like you say, we do say to guests a lot, don't we? Like, you need to think, like, take it all in, everything that you've been through and everything that you've achieved, because people come to us, say, like on a retreat, and they're like, this has happened, this has happened, this has happened, and it might be like quite negative things, and we think, well, look how far you've come.
Yes, and then to do this, that's point one of a retreat. And I think you get there and you've done this big, massive step to maybe come on your own, but maybe even persuaded a friend to come with you to something that's your thing, and be like, I feel like if you invite a friend, there's a lot of pressure on you for it to be good.
Yeah. I agree.
So they've come to this. Obviously, we went to Wiltshire last, turn up at this pink cottage in the evening, hoping that it's going to be what they thought it was. And we do think it was a good one. Another amazing retreat. So yeah, a lot of good memories again.
I know, but like I say, like we do say to them to celebrate. So this is our little celebration of the first
so we're celebrating with you all. Obviously, that's why we haven't had a podcast. I mean, whether anyone's noticed, but it's been 2 months, hasn't it, since we've had one. So now we're going to try and get back into it.
I know.
We love doing them.
I think we were in our Christmas sparkles for the last.
Yeah, we literally were in like Christmas. Yeah. This feels like we're going into spring. Like you've got brighter, springy colours on, so it means
it's happening.
Spring is coming, and I'm excited. But our first abroad retreat was last May, wasn't it? So
so we went to Cumbria a year ago now in February.
So it was our first.
So that was our first one, and then we came back from there, and pretty much straight away we booked Spain, didn't we?
Yeah. So it was a bit of a risk, but I think that time of year just reminds me of like something is gonna happen. Like that's when we'd found that villa. We were like, this is it. So we are heading back there in April, and I think this is a sign for us. The days are lighter, so we are here for you ladies to remind you that spring is on its way.
The days are getting brighter.
Yeah, and the mornings are getting earlier for Emily.
I know.
You're going to tell everyone what you've been doing?
I am. So I do often try and do this.
Yeah.
But I don't normally stick to it. So I bought the Lumi alarm clock, which was very inspired by the girls in Spain. When did we go there? September.
Yeah.
The group chat is often a link, isn't it, for the Lumi?
Yeah.
When you have the Lumi, buy it now.
We were both sold. Like, I feel like the girls in that retreat should be on commission
for the Lumi alarm clock.
Because we both bought one.
Yeah, so if you don't know what it is, basically go set your alarm clock. You know, if you need the alarm to go off at 6:30, at 6 o'clock, the sun starts rising on the alarm clock.
Nice.
So like a nice warm glow in the bedroom, and it just is meant to wake you up naturally.
Yeah.
Which it does for me.
No, it does for me. I think I usually wake up about 15 minutes before it comes off, like goes off. So Adam said it doesn't do that for him, but he must be a deeper sleeper than me. But it's not a bad thing because it's not like the alarm goes off and it's like, It's more like
I just kind of alarm on.
Like kind of doze awake and I'm like, oh, well, I've got to get up in 15 minutes anyway. Most days, I mean, there's some days where I'm like, back to bed.
Yeah.
But most days I'm like, oh, I may as well start getting myself ready. And I just think you feel a lot fresher, don't you, with that alarm clock? Like I definitely have felt the difference on the energy for the rest of the day. I felt like I was just like, it was too harsh. We don't want a harsh morning, do we?
And I think the noise of it going off was like, this sounds ridiculous, but almost like a dread. I'd be like, oh, I hate mornings. I hate them. Whereas now I'm like, no. So the alarm goes off at 6:30, so it starts getting bright from 6. And then I have a nice frothy coffee in bed.
It did look frothy this morning.
And I write in the journal.
A bit of chalk on top.
Like full cappuccino vibes. I write in the journal. And I just have a lovely morning. Like it's not.
So you've transitioned. So
I actually don't leave for work until 9 o'clock.
So you do have time.
Yeah,
like,
but the alarm goes off. It starts going up at 6 o'clock.
It's nice though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think I was saying to you before, I couldn't sacrifice my mornings. If someone said to me like, I'm going to take your mornings off you, I'd be like, oh no.
Yeah.
I feel like there is a lot of time to be had before 9 o'clock, and obviously not for everyone, but I think even you'd say it wasn't really for you, but you're like thinking,
no,
maybe
it's nice. Like I don't know if anyone's saying, but I don't like leaving the house a mess. I don't like leaving like any washing up needing to be done or anything. I like,
because you know, you
like
to shut the door, don't you?
And know that the house is clean.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's like what I can do now when the alarm goes off earlier.
Do you know what that'll be though? Because say you setting the alarm for 6, it's going off at 6:30. Then you've got your time to still enjoy your slow morning.
I've got 2.5 hours
in bed, but then you can also get the other stuff done, and then you're not even rushing doing that, because obviously some of my mornings are really early, like I've got to be somewhere for 6. So it's hard to give time before then, but when I'm running out the door I think, I don't like this vibe for the day. Like so if you can do that, honestly, we are not selling you the Lumi, but recommend.
Kind of are selling you the Lumi.
Apparently the copies aren't as good, so I don't know whether it's
the
worth
copies
going
aren't as good. And I have had like
had one, yeah.
Well, it wasn't a copy actually, it was the Lumi, but I think it was the first one that came out, and it wasn't the same.
No.
It wasn't that warm glow. It was like the sun had come up, but it was the first bit of light. I'm a little bit like you, like quite light sleeper. That first little bit of light just woke me up straight away. And
so you felt
just
disturbed anyway.
Yeah, it wasn't nice. Whereas this is like really gradual. It's so nice.
So how are you finding doing the journal in the morning then? Because
I was an evening journaler.
Yeah.
But I think it's easy to like, by the end of the day, it's easy to go, I'll just do it tomorrow.
Yeah, and you can like easily get yourself out of it, can't you? And you are tired, so there's an excuse to be like, oh, I'm tired though. Even though it literally takes, 5 minutes or something?
Yeah. Well, it takes as long as you want it to take.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. I do like filling it in.
I think maybe what it was though, because we went on retreat, didn't we? And then we obviously do it together in the mornings then. And I don't know about you, but because all our guests were doing their journals as well, and we've got time, like we do have a nice slow morning, like meditating and stuff like that. So they were taking their time filling theirs in, and we filled ours in, didn't we? And like the stuff we got down in the morning before one of them busy days was like good, wasn't it? And so interesting, because we had the same things on our paper. Like we were like, be in the moment, be present, be grateful for like that we're doing this right now, because we were running this retreat, and sometimes you get stuck in the whirlwind of like, gotta do this, do that, whatever. But really, realistically, we're in this pink cottage.
Yeah.
Like with all these amazing people, we're like, we need to take this in today. And I think it helped us, didn't it?
I do think
because I kept pulling back and being like, right, take it in.
Yeah. But even like when we're at home, so my like in the journal, we have like 3 goals for the day, or like 3 tasks for the day. And mine can even be like as simple as put a wash on. Yeah. And I'm the worst. You'll probably think this is terrible.
I'm intrigued.
I am the worst for leaving that washing in the washer.
I do know what you mean. I've done it.
I'll just be
it
like,
does upset me if that's the case.
Like I've forgotten to get it out, or I'll just be like, I don't need anything. Like I'll just leave it.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why. But I'm the worst for it. My mum will probably be listening to this going, why do you do that? But I don't know. I just forget, or like, do you know what I mean? Something will come up.
So chill. Like I feel like people haven't got to know us as deeply, maybe. But
I don't even think it's that. You know, I think the mornings are nice and slow, but like when I need to leave for work, then it's quite busy. Then the days. So say I put a wash on in the morning, like by the time I've like come back, I've got something to do, and then I'm probably going out to another class. And then, I don't know, I'm just like, I'll just be
like, be happening no more with these mornings.
Whereas now I'm like, no, I've written it in the journal.
Tick, and it's satisfying to tick it off.
I need to get that out, and I need to hang it up and not just put it in the dryer.
It's a good reminder though, isn't it? I think that's the thing people were saying about how do you think of things every day, and even
it can be time.
I haven't really got that much today, or maybe my mood even is quite neutral, because obviously you have the days where I wake up and I'm like, oh, about this day. That's, you can get all them feelings down on paper, or maybe you've got something exciting that day that goes on the paper. But most of our days are just like normal days, same days, and then you've just got like simple tasks. So don't overthink.
That is a simple task, but it's easy to
life admin in the simplest form is good. So like, getting the stuff out the washer.
I know.
It's building a habit. So the more times you do that, you won't even need to write that on that paper no more, because it won't get left in there.
I know.
Won't get left in there no more.
And everyone's got that spare room that's like a terrible mess.
Just full of crap.
Yeah, but mine now has been organised, and I'm looking at it thinking, I am going to keep this clean. So that is now.
Honestly, do you think without the journal, you'd have made that transition?
No.
But this is what I think. I think we don't notice like such big. We've changed so many things in our life, and we cannot even explain. So many things in our life has changed, and you think, I just think that's going to better your life so much.
It's
even with the simple things.
It's so ridiculous, because it's not like it's not a big thing, is it? Like
clean space, clean mind. No, I think.
Yeah, but when you've written it down and you get into a good routine, now I think I am only in the good routine because we went to Wiltshire on the weekend and it started then.
Started it off.
So then it's just carried on from there.
I think you need that though, don't you? And I think you need to be guided maybe a little bit with it. But it's quite clear, isn't it, what you've got to do? And I like the extra space, because in the other side, we need to show everyone what it's like. But there's a spare side for notes, because I always found with other journals I'd run out of space and it would like stress me out, because I was like, I need to write more. But I always do my to-do list, my actual one, on the other side. I'm like,
oh no, mine sometimes carried over. Like I've got like a whole page of stuff.
Like a novel.
Like
but yeah, we're really enjoying the journal.
Yeah, we are.
And it's really changed our life. So we can't wait to hear people who've got it. Like maybe you're listening to this and you've got it. Make sure you reach out to us and tell us, because we want to know that it's helping you. Or maybe you're stuck with it. Like, let's discuss together.
And tell us if there's any little things that you think we could do differently for the next batch.
Yeah, or maybe people
have a small little list, haven't we, of things that we're like, okay, tweaks. Next time we print them, they're going to be a little bit differently. So
I think that's important though, what you've said there. So we've had the journal, we've had our first batch done, and there's things that we want to progress and change for, like going forward and stuff. But that's what I'd say when we're talking about this first year. We've took so many risks and so many jumps, but there's also so many things we've went change. It's just all about like changing it, isn't it, to make it better? And we've still got so many things to do.
We really have.
With that I'd say that's what this year is. I think last year was like, I can't remember the same what to say, but you can't start something with nothing. Maybe something like that. We needed something.
We needed to begin with to get started.
Yeah. Now we've got more than that.
It's not really just the dream anymore. Like, it's already like happening. Like the dream started.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so it's like now it's going on that path of the dream vision.
Yeah.
We're like chipping away at that.
Yes.
But yeah, I just can't believe it's been over a year.
I know, so how many retreats have we done abroad then? So we've been to Spain twice, we've been to the Alps.
Yeah, and I'm just filled with excitement for that now.
Where else have we been? And then we've done 2 in Cumbria, so that was all last year, and then we've been to Wiltshire. So we've done 6 weekend retreats
6
now.
like full retreats, isn't it? Which for a year, when that's like half the amount of months in the year, is quite big.
Yeah. And then we've done all the day events.
Yeah, I'd say we've at least done 12, haven't we? 12 ticked off. So I'm really proud of that. I think it's something that we didn't even know that we was going to do. So
little Prosecco
Cheers. We should have them, shouldn't we? Depending on the theme. Like maybe if this was like a celebration one. But we've got a lot to celebrate. It's actually Emily's birthday, probably when this comes out.
Yeah, it probably will be when this
I think
out.
it'll be about the time. So how do you feel about your birthday?
Well, Rachel's bringing this up because it's the big one.
I think we celebrate. Like, I just think
30?
it's like, I just love the sound of 30, you know?
Do you know what?
It's
I think
scary, but
everyone talks about like turning 30, but I actually think I dreaded turning 30 between 27 and 28.
more than like, and now you're like,
Whereas now I'm like,
I'm ready.
30.
Just feel like it sounds like, yeah. And like,
Yeah.
we were speaking on retreat about it, how as you get older, you know yourself so much more. So, and I always think about it, you always think, oh, I'd love to. The only thing about being younger, so say 22, the only part of that for me that would be nice is saying that I'm 22. I don't think there's any other part of my life or how my life
I would
was
want
that
to be 22 now.
No, not that there's nothing wrong with 22, but I think it makes
No, I
people
mean
think
for me,
like
because I've been
getting better. But that's what I mean. I feel like it does. You just grow so much as a person, don't you? So it's like exciting.
Yeah.
Whereas people seem quite daunted by 30.
I know everyone.
What would you say what it is?
Just I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know.
Emily's going to test it out.
I know. I'll test it out. I think you know yourself more.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a lot of change though, isn't it? And I think it's definitely more where you notice it, where everyone's at different stages of their life and making decisions of like
And
what
that's
they
the thing.
want to
I don't
do.
feel like I'm making any decisions now. I feel like it's all everything. Like personally, everything's like been discussed and like not planned down to like this time, but like I know what like we're working towards.
Yeah.
I know what I'm working towards, like
business wise.
Yeah. And then I don't know, just like personally, like who it's with, like I don't know, I just feel so much more like I don't know, the decisions have gone.
The vision's there.
The decisions aren't there now, so it's not like a stress. It's like, well, I want to do this and this, and like that's what like I'll be working towards, which is quite nice.
I think that's nice. I would just think people need to like take the pressure off.
Yeah. I was single for a lot of the 20s.
She lived the 20s. She lived it up.
Just like, I don't know. It's so funny when we're on retreat, isn't it? Because some girls that come are single or they're like recently single.
Yeah.
After maybe like a bad breakup and they're like starting to date for the first time.
Yeah, we talk about dating a lot, and I think obviously we're both like in relationships or whatever, but we spend so much time with other people, like, and
I feel like I can relate to it.
Like you're just like, I just think
you go and do it, like, and even like when it comes down to like the apps and stuff, like everyone's like, I'm so scared, and I'm like, oh my god, like why?
I know, we were literally saying this because my brother and his girlfriend met on Tinder, and like 5 years later now. So I think I get it. I think maybe if I was newly single, I'd be a little bit like, oh, I don't really want to go on them. But then I think
there's so many success
men
stories,
go like who are literally in the exact same position as you. They've got to find people like obviously ideally everyone wants to walk into a coffee shop and lock eyes with
drop a book and then they'll pick
the love of your life, and then that's it then. I mean, ideal situation, but moving with the times, aren't we? Like I think it's nothing to be ashamed of.
Have a little look, like we've had a good time, haven't we, like in Spain when the girls have been like, it's like we've like been, say, in the kitchen, like making whatever, and we've heard them laughing. We've gone out and like one of them's downloaded Tinder and they're all having a look, being like, you go, you
download it. I just think there's no shame and like none of that, like get out, date. And we've spoke to people, a few people like before, and they're like, I don't want to do it. I think just enjoy it, like have fun. Like if it didn't go well, it's a story. It's a story to tell. Yeah, like lots of stories you could probably tell.
I know. But all like funny. There's none that are like bad.
You're not
and
traumatized.
I think that's why I'm like, girls, you go for it.
That's what I mean. You might be 10 and 30, like I'm next week, newly single. Enjoy it, embrace it.
Yeah, definitely.
It's so exciting. Like everyone's on a different path, but I think whatever path you're on, you've just gotta
I think that's what's quite nice about the retreats as well, is that people are on like different paths.
Yeah.
And we can see similarities between every single retreat.
Yeah.
But on the retreats, not every person is on the same path.
No, but like they might be had been in a similar situation, or
And
this
they can, like,
friend or
yeah.
whatever. But so important on that. One of my main things I took from the last retreat, I don't even know if you remember, but I think we said we had a nice open group, didn't we?
Yeah, we
Or
did.
we feel we're a lot more confident with what we do on
Yeah.
retreat and the experience we give, and that it can be a little bit deeper. And I think we just needed to own that a
I
little
think
bit more.
sometimes we need to, which we do now, like, ask the question.
Yes,
And not be
stimulate the question.
scared to ask,
Yeah.
because it's not being nosy.
No.
It's just helping our guests get the most out of the retreat.
Yeah,
And it's
and I
only if they want to.
Yeah, there's no pressure on opening up or whatever, but I think we realise that the space that we create is so safe and so comfortable. And I think if you asked most people who've been on retreat, they won't have thought that they'd have thought about things the way they did, or maybe opened up as much as they did. But it's because around other women like that and around that energy, you feel so safe, don't you? And that you can be like, oh, I can trust these people, and there is no judgment at all. And I think we said, anyway, because you'd ask a question and maybe no one could answer, do you know what I mean? Obviously, but then this time we did, because everyone was quite open, and she just said what she took from the retreat is that there's just more going on outside of her bubble.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I've got so much from the retreat. I feel so blessed and like enlightened to like the world and people and their experiences and what they go through. And it just, when you go through your own stuff, it does help you pull out of it a little bit, doesn't it? Because you're like, oh, I've heard this situation before, and that's how they dealt with it. I just thought, wow, that is so true, isn't it? We live in our bubble and we're not the main character.
Yeah.
But there's a lot going on outside the bubble,
Yeah.
and you can help people outside your bubble.
I think as well, like, we've learned, haven't we? Like, don't be so caught up in like situations. So say something wasn't like absolutely like fairy tale perfect in a relationship, you think, oh well, do you know what? Like, that is just normal.
Yeah, that's just normal.
And there are,
does anyone
like,
talk about it?
the flows, but you don't see them on social media, and you don't see that, like, because people don't talk about it.
No.
And when you are like with a group of women, people are like, oh yeah, well, I went through that, and this is where we are now. Or, you know, we talk about breakups a lot in these, like, in retreats and stuff.
Yeah.
Or maybe when we come on the podcast and we're talking about retreats, but not everyone is single, and not everyone has just been through a breakup, and it's not always that way.
No, it's not. But you'll remember on the last one, we had someone else, and she was saying about like it was how the speed of how their relationship was progressing, and she was opening up about that basically, and we were just discussing it between us all, and we were like, oh, but you know, he's done this and compromised in this way. And I think sometimes when we're in our bubble and we get so stuck on the fact that like, no, this is like this on social media, they've progressed quicker, why is he not doing this? And then when you look back and you think, oh, you know, a relationship's work, and compromise, sometimes stepping away even from your relationship just for a little bit can be nice, because it can refresh it. Some relationships don't work, are toxic and aren't good, but there could be just that your relationship is completely healthy, and you just need to like, maybe we need like, oh, have I acted right in that situation? Do I need to be a bit more patient with them? Because
do you know what happened on the first one as well? I don't think you were there. Well, I know that you weren't there actually. Yeah, because I was talking to one of the guests, and she had recently moved house, and she was renovating her house. And I was saying, oh, I would love a house like that. You know, she described the house, and I thought, that is like the dream house. And she said to me, you know, our first house wasn't like that at all. Our first house was exactly how you're describing yours. And it's like 10 years, 13 years later that we're now here.
Yeah.
And she was like, so don't worry, because you'll get that.
Yeah.
What you want to get. But this is just the first step. And I was sat there and I was thinking, that's so true. Like,
that is so, like, literally so true.
Yeah.
It's like enjoying that process of that, because it wouldn't be rewarding if everything just landed on your lap now, I don't think.
And that does go back to like we were saying about celebrating the little things, like just celebrate having a house and it being like, it really is lovely. And I think sometimes we're just like, oh, on to the next, when you should think, no, let's enjoy this moment.
But that's what I mean. We are so blessed. And obviously, you know, you're on retreat, everyone gets to experience that, but how lucky are we to do it multiple times? But I think that's a conversation that you'll keep forever. And then when you have them days where you're like, oh, I want to get out this house, like I want to progress on to this next house or whatever, you kind of you don't realise, do you? But subliminally, that probably comes into your head and you're like, oh no, we're getting there. We're on the road to that. And then you'll be telling someone about that and they'll go, oh.
Yeah.
I just think,
it's funny,
isn't it just like, oh, just unreal. I just can't cope, to be honest.
I know. I'm just trying to think what else we've got.
Well, we've had, so obviously since we last caught up with everyone, we did the Christmas event and we were just about to do that.
And then we did our online one for the vision board.
Yeah, we did that.
Yeah.
So we've still done a lot. We did mention maybe on the podcast, but maybe on YouTube, about the Lowry Hotel reaching out to us, and we have done a YouTube vlog on that because we had a nice time, didn't we?
It was lovely experience. We stayed over, didn't we?
Yeah.
It was so nice. It was like, it was work that you can't believe was work.
No, because we got to stay over and all that, and we had the proper girls' night, and the staff were lovely as well.
Had some room service.
Yeah, and the breakfast was all ready for us, but that was nice. It was like a luxury retreat. We have got a few like luxury kinds of vibe events coming up because we do want to go more in like a masterclass, like deeper way, don't we? So can't wait for the journal one. That's in Manchester. I think we're really stomping around in Manchester.
I know. I am looking forward to that.
No, I am. I think it'd be nice.
We're so passionate about the journal. We can't tell you how much like it really is changing our daily routine.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that it's 30 days
is doable.
It's just so doable.
But I think even having that conversation now, I think it's even, I do get maybe why people would want to speak about it with someone first before they start it, because we are real. We try and be real about everything, don't we? The highs, the lows and whatever. But even with journaling, we both know there's certain days where maybe the last thing you want to do is pick up that book because you think, oh, you are in a rush or whatever. And I think reassuring you that like that is normal as well, like, and maybe you don't know where to start, but something like that, a masterclass or getting it all broken down for you is helpful. You've got to like understand what you're doing first. It might be a bit overwhelming, but we've got that coming up, which will be super exciting. Then we've done some like nice collabs, haven't we? So collabing with the Lowry Hotel, I think that was one thing where we were like, I wish we'd have took that in before it a little bit more. We were just like, that's that.
I don't think we thought about it. And then people were saying to us like, that is such a nice hotel, you know? And we were like, is it?
Is it? Yeah.
We just didn't we knew what we did. We hadn't like thought about it, I don't think.
No, I don't think, obviously we're not from Manchester, so I think not as aware maybe, but it was absolutely gorgeous in there, wasn't it? And I think we're starting to know our brand so much. Like we know who we are, don't we? We know who we want to work with, and I think as we grow and whatever, that is something that we're going to be really fussy with, I think, isn't it? We don't want to try to work with anyone or do anything that doesn't really suit our vibe, to be like so literal, but it's all a vibe thing, isn't it?
It's all a vibe. We were only talking about that before, weren't we? About a particular brand that keep reaching out, and we're like, no.
Yeah, it just doesn't work. It's like, I mean, I think you've got to know your brand, haven't you? You've got to know the direction of it, and that is hard because, you know, there's so much information. I think we were speaking about on the last retreat. I just find it so hard with how it is today with like socials. It's information. It's like you've got to filter through the information, because when you're trying to grow a brand, it's like, do this with your brand, and it's the same with your personal life. Someone's saying don't eat this because it's not good for you, and you're just like, what's the truth?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So I think as we grow our brand, I think we're just trying to stay true to who we are.
Yeah.
And who like you all are as well. I think the retreats help us build our brand because we know the type of people we attract, don't we? And it's just good vibes.
It is. We've not ever had like a retreat where we thought,
no,
wasn't quite right. And I don't know if that comes down to just pure luck, or if because we are staying true to ourselves and staying true to the brand, that we are like vibing with that vibe.
Yeah. Well, where's my phone? Where's it gone?
Where is she?
She was here. I must have got rid of her. But you are the energy you attract.
You are.
It's in my phone case. It was here. But I just think that's so true. I just think, but that's why we want to be so clear on our brand, and we are trying to stay with that because we just want to attract people who genuinely love like what we're doing. Because I think, you know, it's all about bettering your life, making it more positive, building a life of abundance. We're liking that saying a minute.
Yeah, we are.
It's like the meaning that you have more than enough of like what you want. And I just think it's more than possible to have that in your life.
Speaking of abundance,
we
have something very exciting coming in March.
These are all the things, like, we've been busy. That's why we've
been busy.
Been quiet, but busy.
I don't know if we have been quiet, maybe just on the podcast, but we have been really busy with the Abundance Club.
Yeah, so we want to take the retreats online, so you can do it from anywhere, and you can do it every single month as well. So I think it was something that we knew we needed to do, but we also have both been in the wellness industry for like over 8 years. We've done like loads of platforms and stuff like that, so we kind of knew what we wanted ours to be. So yeah, it's exciting. So you can now join us monthly. I think we're going to launch it on the 25th.
I think it's the 25th of March. But yeah, a little bit of everything that you would experience on retreat.
In your own home.
In your own home.
The tribe at home. So we'll obviously bring more information to you.
Yeah, we just hope it's an accessible way to be in the tribe, because obviously whether it comes down to finances or family life or work life, like we do know that sometimes like weekend or a broad retreat just isn't accessible.
Realistic, yeah.
Whereas we hope that this is.
Yeah, and I think sometimes as well we get asked a lot, don't we, when we do our day events. They'll ask you, where do you do yoga? Can I come to a class? Or they'll say to me, like, do you teach Pilates somewhere, maybe in Liverpool or whatever? But we both don't really. We have done in the past, but obviously we're on the tribe now. So I think there are actual classes that will be on there. So I think that's where we're going to be teaching. So
yeah, which is nice.
You come on a day retreat and you think, I loved like yoga or my Pilates or both, ideally. Then there's a place where you're getting new ones every month.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of love gone into that one for you. So that is exciting.
That is so exciting.
So we want it to be like a way that you can, because it's not just going to be the Pilates and the yoga. It's about creating your dream life. We've put all the elements of what we've learned basically in the past year to create the Abundance Club. So
exciting.
More to come. More information.
We're going to call it something different. However, abundance is just there for us this year, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just like, it's something just like goes, yeah.
I think we've realised, like what we do is we take girls like ourselves.
Yeah.
And we just help them get that little bit more. And, it does say it all on our website, and we've had like conversations before, but we're not therapists.
No, we don't say that we are either.
No. We don't say that we are, and we hope that we don't come across like we know it all, because we absolutely do not.
We don't.
But we can help you get that little bit more of abundance in your life.
Yeah, and I just think, so manifesting is something we speak about a lot, and I think it's thrown around a lot as well, but it's within that abundance thing. But I think you can't manifest without the stepping stones to like these dreams, or you've got to be realistic. And I feel like with our dreams, we have been very realistic. We show up every single day and we do the work as well. And I think, but even like with your relationships, I think we've been lucky enough to be around people who've maybe handled situations that we think, I should handle it like that. But I think you've just got to have like this support. I don't know, it's like a support group, isn't it? Yeah. To making your life more positive and better. So that's the space that we want to create.
And I think, I don't know, I think that word just really is us this year, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think everything that we do, so like moving our bodies, journaling, self-love, manifestation, it does help you have like, I don't know, just a more fulfilled life.
Yeah, well, say even for Em, like she's changed something now, and it's not that like you have to be set in your ways. It's just, maybe you'll try something and you're like, that works so well for me.
I know, I feel like we're like making such a big thing of this, but it's because I am not a morning person.
Yeah.
I'm not at all. Like, and
But I think you were quite stubborn, like not stubborn in a nasty way, like quite, I'm not that.
Yeah.
So I don't see how that's going to be my thing.
Because I would rather stay up late.
Yeah.
But I was getting up at like 8 o'clock and leaving at 9. And I was like, why am I doing this?
Yeah, like it just, and you've tried something else and you thought, actually, that does work for me.
That does benefit me better.
Yeah, and that's I enjoy it more. Well. Like everyone can change their minds.
Yeah, absolutely.
It might be a night hole before you know it.
Oh God, I hope not.
I hope not, to be honest.
But even like, it does come down to work really, because I know that I leave the house at 9 to be like teaching at 10, but our work starts before then. So like we'll be messaging, like sorting stuff out before that time.
Yeah.
And we were like passing each other by, weren't we? Because I'd be like doing all sorts at 10 o'clock at night and you'd be like, no, sis, it's bedtime.
It's snoozy time.
So it's benefited us both, really.
Yeah, it's been a good year. I think we spoke about it a lot on the vision board thing, but boundaries as well. I think we all need them boundaries, but I think when you're running your own business, you cross the boundaries quite a bit. But we've been better, haven't we? A lot more organised, but I think it's been a whirlwind year.
A fun year.
A fun year, but so in terms of like, that was our last 12 months, did 6 full retreats, then at least 6-day retreats, haven't we?
Yeah.
And then next year we've got, from April we go then. It's retreat,
April,
go time.
May, June.
April, May, June.
We'll have something in September, we think, don't we?
Yeah, so we're thinking September. We're actually thinking the UK now, a little spoiler on here, but yeah, we've had an opportunity at Rise, and we were saying about collaborations before. It's something that we're thinking, yeah, could work, so keep your eyes peeled.
I think what we have lacked previously with UK ones, which we would, I don't know, just came a little bit more apparent to me this time, is you're looking at the photos and you think, wow, look at that space outside for yoga.
Yeah.
And then it comes to it and you're like, it's raining.
Yeah, so it's hard weather-wise.
And not many places have got somewhere in the UK, like a separate space for yoga. Whereas this one that's reached out has got like a yoga retreat space.
Yeah, and if anyone else knows any, reach out to us, guys. Let us know.
We'd love somewhere that we could have like host a retreat, but also like, you know, like a little barn Charlotte vibe of like.
Yeah, we do have visions of what we like, don't we?
Somewhere warm for yoga, but inside, so that we can like, you know, we've got that separate space. I think that's what we lack on the UK ones, isn't it?
Yeah, so
whereas
that's
we're
what
abroad, we could be outside all day, where we are outside all day, and it's just lovely, isn't it?
I think as well, something like I can say this because it is something that's gonna stay. We've realised like we only want like smaller, intimate retreats for the longer stay retreats. So if you stay over with us, we think between like, I don't know, between 6 and 10 is like the complete max, because of the experience that we want to give. I think we're determined to like give this full experience, and everyone's getting to know each other, get to know us. And so I think that's something that we did have in the last year that we won't be taking forward, because you just got to acknowledge that it's just not what you want to give out, is it? So that's something that we will be focusing on. Yeah, it's the best experience ahead for anyone joining us.
I know, but just a little update as well. So we've got space for our April retreat going to Spain.
Yeah, so if you listen to the podcast, and we've spoke about them a few times, that is that place. So if you've listened to them things and you're like, oh, I could see myself there, definitely get yourself booked on. If you want to come on your own, honestly do it, because I'd say everyone on it will probably be on their own. It'll be the odd person that's with someone, but we do attract solo travellers, and it's a big jump, but
I think you get more out of it if you come alone.
We genuinely do think that. I think if you're with someone, you've got your comfort blanket, haven't you? You've got someone to lean on to.
But you also might be a little bit embarrassed if you come with someone and they're not on your wavelength when you're there. So you might want to get fully into it and you know, like speak openly. And they might be like more like, hang on, this isn't really, you know, I've been dragged along.
Yeah, maybe they've done this for you and it's your thing. Maybe if it's your thing, own your thing and do your thing, and don't worry, you don't need anyone.
Get
you
the
know
most
us
out of
now.
It. Yeah, you know us.
So don't be worrying, just book it on your own. But we've only got space on that, haven't we? And then I think we've had one space come available for the Alps, which
for the Alps, which is another
might
one,
not be here when we say
isn't it?
Yeah. So we don't know. When we're speaking, anything could change, so we don't know. But
I do think it's worth getting in touch with us though if you did fancy coming to Croatia or the Alps, because often it sadly does come to it and guests might not be able to come. So if we knew that, you know, you were interested, we could just drop you an email and let you know that a space is there.
Yeah, just let us know. We'll see you hopefully in the sun.
Hopefully in the sun.
Because I need some sun right now.
I know, we're summer girlies really, aren't we?
We are absolutely summer girlies, but I actually can't wait.
I know.
Exciting.
I know. So they're all the updates for now, but we have got the Abundance Club launching very soon, so I'm sure you'll hear more from us about that.
Yeah, so I was thinking as well, if we'd like to hear more from everyone who like finds us, like where do you all find us? We want to know. What are you interested in? What is it about the tribe that like caught your attention? We want to build on these areas because it's so important. Like when I was speaking about the brand is our customers really, and like what you want. But someone on one of our post-it note exercises said the words, it's a little secret actually. It's a little secret. About the word infectious.
Yeah.
Like it's blown my mind. Like I think it's not a nice word in some ways, but when they're talking about a brand, like we want to be infectious.
Yeah.
Like we want everyone to just want to be a part of this. So I think,
and we just want you to know that you're welcome.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
you
are welcome.
It sounded like you're going, you're welcome.
No,
for this
you
podcast.
Are welcome.
You're welcome.
No, I don't mean it like that. I mean, you are welcome.
You are welcome
in the tribe.
You're in the tribe already if you're listening to this.
You're in the tribe.
Yeah.
Don't ever feel like anything's out of reach in the tribe.
No.
It's just not, is it? And I think even like when it comes to booking a retreat, the amount of payment options we can offer now. Like there's just so many ways that you can reach it. You don't have to look at that number and think, I need to pay all that in one go. Like, no.
No, we'll make it accessible for you, and that's what we're trying to do. We want it to be something everyone can do. So hopefully you can see us from somewhere. But yeah, I think just going to get busy manifesting. So that was our catch-up, wasn't it, for this? These are all the things that we've had on this year, and we've got a lot to update you on when we catch up again. But we're going to try and be more consistent, aren't we, with these?
We'll try.
We enjoy it. Like, I hate it when people say that and then, like...
They're not.
Don't do it, but we will.
We'll say this is the start of season 2.
Is that what we're going with? Yeah. We didn't.
Why not? It was before. It was
It's a new year.
Yeah.
New year. This is a reminder to anyone. Maybe you're listening to this, and so we're going into March, maybe. So it could be March now. Hopefully end of Feb if we get it on. But if you had goals in January or promises that you made to yourself that you have let slack a little bit, this is your reminder to get back on it, because anything you want is totally more than possible, isn't it? You're going to get your dreams this year. 2024.
You will. Get working towards them.
I think we all slack, don't we, about March?
What are your goals?
God, you put me on the spot.
I know, because I can't think of mine now. I'd have to look back through the journey.
Like I did have goals, because I think I realised that Christmas thing, I said to you, I didn't feel great, like, in myself, like, felt quite run down, quite, like, it hit me hard, Christmas. Like, I'd love to know if anyone else felt the same, but Christmas, obviously a nice time, but I was away for last Christmas in the sun. I am a sun person, and I don't know, like, the slowness of Christmas, I'm such a go person, and like the lack of routine, and that just absolutely killed me.
I think because you weren't away though, it didn't feel like it was a holiday.
No, it didn't feel like a break.
You know, there wasn't any like little mini trip. It just felt like it just felt like you were slacking, probably.
Yeah,
you know,
it just felt like it was dark. Like, we didn't have Christmassy, did we?
It wasn't snowy.
And it was just very like gloomy. So I know a lot of people felt the same, but I think like I realised how much I was doing with work when I stopped.
Yeah.
And I was like, that can't carry on. And I've been so good with like boundaries and stuff like that. And I feel like my energy's just went shh. So my goal, I would actually say my goal for the rest of the year is to just keep that up. And like, I want to try and keep the scales of like enjoying life, being present, making memories. Because I've been really like enjoying my weekends and, you know, after work, not thinking that's like done. Like, can't do anything on the evening. I was really bad for that. Like, being like, oh, it's an evening. I'm in work tomorrow, I can't do anything. But me and Adam went on like a date night on Wednesday.
Yeah, that did look nice.
I was still in bed for 9. I was up early or whatever the next day. But I just feel like you just let life pass you by and don't like do things on the week. I think it's a weekday.
Yeah.
Like, enjoy your week. So I think I want to enjoy that, but I also want to make our business to go. Shoo.
Yeah.
So it's hard balancing the scales, and I think you've got to work hard for what you want. But I think if I can plan times and make time for like me friends and my family and stuff whilst doing that, I'll be happy in this year.
Unreal.
What's yours then? Put the pressure on you.
I want to stick with my mornings now.
You want it when we catch up next, you're still doing that.
Yeah.
You said
he
it
did
now.
say to me this morning though, I think it needs to be 6, not 6:30.
Why is that?
Hang on a minute.
Why?
Well, he leaves before me.
Oh, right,
like,
so
still feels a bit
more time. What time does he leave?
Like needs to be like 7:45 really, but he has to walk the dog for
it is tight then, isn't it?
Yeah.
6 it is.
So it could be, he said maybe 10 minutes each day, we'll just like back a little bit. And I was like, you say this, but it's Saturday tomorrow.
Are you going to do it on the weekend?
Yeah, because I still work on a Saturday and then we often work on a Sunday as well, don't we? If we've got like events or whatever. So I just think I am probably better to stay in a routine than I am to be like, 2 days off.
Yeah.
And I don't want those 2 days to be like the treat and then like the week to dread.
It is hard to come back into it.
Do you know what I mean? Like I don't want to have that dread of the week.
I know what you mean. Nice. I do let myself have a Sunday if we don't have anything on. I just like to wake up naturally. But my days are like really early.
I know, and I think if you're used to getting up early, then your lie-in really isn't a lie-in, is it?
No, but I suppose it's nice for you because even if you woke up at 6, did this go earlier, but you still get to lay in bed with the time. Yeah. It's still enjoyable, and maybe there's nothing after that at all.
Yeah.
If there was, if you were off all day. So I think that is nice. I think as long as you have one day where you're like, even if you're up early, you don't actually have to do much straight away. I think they're like super nice days.
Yeah. But other than that, mine is just organisation and like prepping it in advance, which we did get a little bit better at, but I think we have slipped a little bit. We're a little bit too heavy on the next day deliveries, aren't we?
Yeah, we need to not have next day deliveries. So that's a big goal.
That's just a little goal for us, isn't it?
We can do that. I think we can. I think we'll round off this episode with that, and then just let us know what your goals are for this year. Get them down on your phone. Comment on the video if it's on YouTube. Yeah. I think you can comment on the other platforms, I think. Or message us on Instagram.
Message us and let us know that.
Yeah, we want you to chat to us. We want to know what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what you want to see next, what do you want us to speak about next, because we're excited.
We are excited. Yeah, and hopefully we'll see you in the Abundance Club.
See you in the Abundance Club or on a retreat. Hopefully we'll see you all soon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.